Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Crack JEE in English, the channel of Unacademy. Let me check my voice first. So here's my profile. I am Jeetendra Dixit. I did my BTech from IIT Kanpur and I have been mentoring IIT-JEE aspirants for last 11 years. So I teach mathematics and we were doing AOD. So this is the 12th session of AOD. Almost everything is finished. We'll practice some questions and some remaining. All right. 1 minute, guys. So before we begin, let me tell you about the Unacademy subscription. As you know, Unacademy is India's largest online learning platform. And once you, if you're preparing for IIT-JEE, then you can have two types of subscriptions on Unacademy. And what are these two types of subscription? One is Plus subscription and other is Iconic subscription. So I will tell you about both. Just a moment. All right. So if you have Plus subscription, then you get unlimited access on the platform. That means you can watch live sessions of all the educators who are teaching for IIT-JEE. You can also watch their recorded sessions if you miss something. Sessions if you miss something. Yeah. Okay. So the all live test and quizzes will also be accessible to you. And second is Iconic subscription. But before that, let me tell you about the price of Iconic subscription. If you can subscribe for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 and 24 months, okay, respectively. Now, and 12 and 24 months you can compare are the economical packages. So 38,500 for 1 year and 56,000 for 2 year subscriptions. You can go for these subscriptions if you are in class 11th or 12th respectively. 12th and 11th respectively. And second is Iconic subscription. So in Iconic subscription, you get all the benefits of Plus, and apart from that, you get all the benefits of Plus, and apart from that, you get a personal coach who will guide you throughout your preparation for IIT-JEE. Okay, your test analysis will be done in a personalized manner. Your personalized feedback will be provided to you. Your study planner will be customized. Okay, and bi-weekly reviews will be given to you. All right. So these are the Iconic subscriptions benefit, and you can subscribe for Iconic subscription. 1 year's price is going to be 56,000 and 2 years it is 86,000. Of course, you get 10% discount using the same code JEET1 you can use. All right, and you get 10% discount. Now this is Unacademy's learning app which you can download from Play Store. And after downloading, if you haven't bought any subscription, then also you can attend special classes on the platform. Just make your account and start attending. Unlimited special classes are free every day. A lot of educators take special classes. Gia, it's all right. I was about to message you only. I'm planning to, I haven't scheduled it yet, but was planning it for tonight. I could not take at 12 o'clock, so that's why I said I was about to message you. Are you free tonight, 9 p.m.? So we can keep around 9 p.m. today also. Tell me. So, all right, tonight we'll plan at about 9 p.m. And what about tomorrow? Tomorrow, I'm not sure, but maybe I can plan in the morning, 11 or 12, maybe. Okay. Anyways, we'll discuss at 9 p.m. today, okay? We'll discuss at 9 p.m. So, 9 p.m. today, I'll keep one session, okay? And then for next class, we'll discuss tonight only. All right. So now let's begin today's session. And today's session is almost the end of AOD. So first I'll tell you the nth derivative test, which was remaining. Nth derivative test to know whether function has a maxima or minima at a certain point, okay? Because once you differentiate and then you differentiate it again to know whether second derivative is positive or negative, but if it comes 0, then what will happen? So I'll tell you nth derivative test. First of all, let's start with this. You surely have done this. If f is a twice differentiable function and f dash a is equal to 0 and f double dash a is not equal to 0, right? Generally we do up to this mark. Then fx has an extrema at x is equal to a or b, right? Like that. Then fx has an extrema. But what will happen when f dash a is equal to 0 and f double dash a is also 0? Then it is not having any extrema. But then we go for third derivative also. If third derivative comes out to be 0, then we can comment then it will not have any maxima or minima. So in this way, let me explain it first. See, let f is n times differentiable function, and f dash of a is equal to 0 and f double dash a is not equal to 0. I'll write the complete theorem later, but let's go stepwise first. F double dash a is not 0. Then fx has an extrema. Fx has an extrema at x is equal to a. All right. Now, if I explain that second case, this is the case 1. All right. The second case is if f dash a is equal to 0 and f double dash a is also 0, but f triple dash a is non-zero. Now, third derivative is non-zero. Before that, all first and second are 0. Then see what will happen. Then fx has fx will not have an extrema, okay? In this case, fx will not have an extrema. I'll try to explain this part, okay? I'll try to explain this part. Then fx does not have an extrema, okay? First, I'll explain this and then we'll go for fourth derivative also. Fifth, if third becomes 0, then what will happen? Fourth is non-zero. So see, if I plot this number line, this point is x is equal to a, then we know that f triple dash is non-zero. F triple dash is non-zero. So we'll start with f double dash. F double dash is 0, okay? And f double dash is increasing. Let's say f triple dash is positive, okay? Let's say f triple dash is positive. So it is positive for some interval x belonging to a minus delta to a plus delta. Of course, it is positive for a. That means it is positive for a minus delta to a plus delta, you can say, okay? So it is positive for a small interval around a. That means f double dash is increasing. F double dash is increasing at double dash x. And increasing here also. both sides it is increasing. Now what has happened, it was increasing, then it became 0, and then again it is increasing. So that means if you talk about the sign of f double dash, then f double dash was positive, negative here, then negative 2 it became 0 because it is increasing, and then 0 2 it became positive. So you can see now it is increasing because f double dash is increasing. So that will happen. Now because of f double dash, now we can talk about f dash also. So what will we write? F dash. See, f dash 0 is f dash a is 0, right? At x is equal to a, f dash a is 0. It is given in the question. But because f double dash is positive, so that means f dash is increasing. So it will go up from 0. So 0 to positive it will become after a. And what about f dash before 0? Now we need to check the sign of f dash before 0. See, you can see f double dash has negative sign here. F double dash is negative. That means f dash is decreasing here, f dash is decreasing here and increasing here. So it is decreasing because f dash is decreasing and it is reaching to 0. That means before 0 it will be positive. Yeah. So it was decreasing, it is like this. Decreasing became 0 and then again increasing. Okay. So it was positive here and positive here also. So both sides around a, f dash will be positive. Now both sides around a, f dash is positive, then what will happen to f? That means f function is increasing here and increasing here also, and only at one point its slope was 0. So f was increasing, then it at 0 the graph will become flat, and it is always increase, and then again it is increasing. Yeah, concavity you can see concavity is changing. It was concave down here, before 0, and then concave up. So now you can see concavity is changing at x is equal to 0 for fx function, but it is not having maxima or minima. All right. So if f triple dash comes out to be non-zero, and before that all the first and second derivatives are 0, then fx will have, it will have point of inflection. So it's a point of inflection, not maxima minima. All right. So I hope you understood it. Now let me go for the fourth derivative and I'll explain it again, and then I will generalize. Okay. So now I'm giving the third example I'm taking. F dash of a is equal to f double dash of a is equal to f triple dash of a is given 0, but fourth dash of a is, say, non-zero. So let's take f fourth dash positive. You can take negative also. So if f fourth dash is positive, then what will happen? Again, I'm plotting the number line and I'm checking about f. So I'll start with f triple dash. So I'll check the f triple dash. F triple dash is 0 at x is equal to a, right? 0 at x is equal to a. Then after x is equal to a, you can see f triple dash, because f double dash is f fourth dash is positive. That means derivative of f triple dash is positive. So f triple dash is increasing here also, because this is for a small interval around a minus delta to a plus delta. Okay. Yeah. So it is increasing. So after 0 it will be positive, and before 0 it will be negative because it is increasing. So negative to 0 to positive, it is increasing. Okay, in this interval. So we have got the sign of f double dash. Now we will discuss about f double dash one step before. F double dash is decreasing here and increasing here, right? So let's discuss the sign. And f double dash 0 we know is 0. So because it is 0 and after that it is increasing, so obviously it will become positive. And before that it was decreasing. That means it was decreasing and became 0. That means before 0 it was positive. So positive, again same explanation, positive to 0 and 0 to positive. So decreasing, increasing. Okay, so 0 is the, you can say, minima of this f double dash. Now let's come to f dash. Now we are reaching to f dash. Now f dash you can see is increasing here and increasing here also, right? Both sides increasing. And f dash 0 is given 0. F dash 0 is given 0. So it is 0. And after that, because it is increasing, so it will become positive. And before that it was also increasing and it reached to 0. So that means what, it was negative before that. So we have got the sign of f dash also. And now we will check about f. So you can see f is, because f dash is negative, so f is decreasing here, and then f is increasing here. Okay, and so negative, so it is changing its sign. f is first decreasing and then it is increasing, and at this point derivative is 0, derivative of f, that is going to have negative to positive, negative to positive. Not, this is not, we are not talking about the sign of f, because sign of f can be anything and we are not interested in that. We just want to know what is this point a for fx. It is extrema or not. So yes, it is extrema, it is minima in this case, right? Minima, because f dash is decreasing and then f dash is increasing, so of course it is a minima, decreasing to increasing. Okay, so if fourth derivative comes out to be, fourth derivative is the first order, first derivative which comes out to be non-zero. Before that all the derivatives are zero at this point, then fx will again have an extrema. If you keep on going like this, then if f5, fifth derivative, is the first non-zero derivative, before that all the derivatives are zero at x is equal to a, then again it will not have any extrema at x is equal to a. It will be increasing, decreasing, like that. Okay, increasing both sides, or decreasing both sides, f. So if we generalize it, then what happens if you are writing f dash a is equal to f double dash a is equal to f triple dash a, and so on. F of n minus 1th order derivative up to n minus 1th order derivative, it is 0, and f of nth order derivative is the first derivative which is non-zero at x is equal to a. Okay, now depending on the value of n, if n is even, then fx has an extrema at x is equal to a. All right, if nth derivative is 0, then fx has extrema at x is equal to a. And second, if n is odd, then fx does not have an extrema at x is equal to a. It may have point of inflection. All right, point of inflection at x is equal to a. So I hope this point is clear. Like if we are differentiating a function and checking at a point, f dash comes out to be 0 at say 1, then we are checking f double dash whether it is back point of extrema or not. If f double dash 1 comes out to be non-zero, then yes, it will have. If f double dash comes out to be 0, then we can't conclude anything. We'll have to check f triple dash. We'll check f triple dash. If f triple dash comes out to be non-zero, then it will be no extrema. Then we can surely say it will not be an extrema. But if triple dash comes out to be 0, then we'll check f fourth dash. F fourth dash comes out to be non-zero, then we'll get yes, it is an extrema. But if fourth dash comes out to be 0 again, then we can't conclude anything. We'll have to check f5 fifth dash. So f fifth dash comes out to be non-zero, then again we can say it will not have an extrema. So now I hope you're getting it. This is called nth derivative test. This is called nth derivative test. All right. So I hope you understood this. Like for fx is equal to x raised to 7 minus 4x raised to 4. Check whether fx has an extrema at x is equal to 0. All right, you need to check it. So check for this function at x is equal to 0 whether this function has an extrema or not, using nth derivative test. Okay, yes, or of course you have a shortcut also by change of sign, you can apply here, but using nth derivative test, which I have taught you just now. All right, so let's start. Let's check it. So I'll start with the dash function. Let's find f dash. So if I write f dash x, it is going to be 7x raised to 6 minus 16x raised to 3. So of course f dash 0 is 0. Then we'll check f double dash x. It is going to be 42 into x raised to 5 minus 48 x square, and of course we can see f double dash 0 is also 0. Then we'll check f triple dash. So f triple dash is going to be 5 times of this, so it is going to be 210, I think. Yeah, x raised to 4 minus 48 into 2, so it is, I think, 96x, and f triple dash x 0 is also 0. Yeah, so far we're getting consecutively all the derivatives at 0. Then we'll check fourth derivative. Fourth dash x is equal to, okay, so fourth order derivative at x is 4 times of this, so this is going to be 840 x cube. You can write this number is not going to matter, minus 96, and now you can see f triple dash 0 is negative, right? It is not 0. So if it comes out to be, if it is an extrema and the nth order derivative, which is eventh order derivative, comes out to be positive, then it is going to be minima, and comes out to be negative, then it is going to be maxima. That further you can add in this. Let me add it here. If f of n a is positive, that means fx has minima, and f n a is negative, then f has maxima. This further you can answer about the extrema. Which kind of extrema is this? Okay, so if n is even, okay, not for odd. In this you can see n is odd. There's third order derivative which is coming out to be negative, non-zero, you mean. So there's no x is equal to 0 is not point of extrema. Then what is this? What is this point? You can see f triple dash. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. F fourth dash. This is fourth dash. I've written it wrongly. I'm sorry. Let me correct it. Yeah. So it is an extrema basically. It is an extrema. I have wrongly written as f triple dash. It was f fourth dash. So because fourth order derivative is the first derivative which is non-zero, so fx has an negative. F fourth dash is negative. So fx has an extrema at x is equal to 0, and it is which extrema? Maxima or minima? Because it is f triple dash fourth dash is less than 0, so that means it is maxima, local maxima. All right, so this is point of local maxima. So I hope you have got it. Now one more example let me give you. So fx is equal to x raised to say 9 minus 9 plus 2x raised to 5, okay, and plus 10. Yes. Now check at x is equal to 0 whether, okay, check the extrema at x is equal to 0. Simple. Oh, right, Subhash. You used to check only second derivative. Okay. Yeah, but if second derivative comes out to be zero, then you'll have to check third derivative also. You can't directly say that it is not maxima or minima. It can be, it still can be. If third also comes out to be zero. Maybe you have not encountered any such example. Okay, so let's begin this. Let f(x), f dash x is 9, um, x raised to 8 plus 10x raised to 4, and yes, it is 0 at x is equal to 0. Then we'll check f double dash x, which is 9 into 8 into x raised to 7 plus 40 into x cube, which is also 0 at x is equal to 0. All right. Then we'll check f triple dash x. Keep doing it fast. 9 into 8 into 7 into x raised to 6 plus 120x square, 0 at x is equal to 0, right? Then f fourth dash x is equal to 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 x raised to 5 plus 240x is equal to 0 at x is equal to 0, right? And then was last fifth derivative, right? Fifth order derivative. It is coming out to be 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. This number, I'm not interested in it, plus 240. Now you can see this is not 0. This is non-zero at x is equal to 0. So fifth derivative is the first derivative which is not 0 at x is equal to 0. After that, we are not interested, but before that all the derivatives are 0. First, second, third, fourth, and fifth. First, second, third, and fourth. So fifth is because n is odd now in this case, so that means fx is not having any maxima or minima. So fx in this case, now we can conclude that fx does not have an extrema at x is equal to a, but it has what? Point of inflection. Point of inflection at x is equal to 0. Okay. So this is not extrema, but it is point of inflection. I hope it is clear, huh? So I hope this point is clear, huh? Now let's discuss. If I tell you that if this is the curve fx is equal to x raised to n, right? So you know when n is odd, then graph is this, right? And when n is even, graph is this. You know that, right? Because in such cases you can check f1 0, f dash 0, f double dash 0, and so on. F n minus 1th order derivative, if you calculate, are coming out to be 0. But f dash nth order derivative, this comes out to be n factorial. It's positive. That's why you are seeing, you can see that if n is odd, then fx does not have an extrema. Fx does not have an extrema. It will have point of inflection. Okay, so you can see this is point of inflection. So it has point of inflection. All right. And in this case, if n is odd, if n is even, like this is the case, then fx has a minima at x is equal to 0 in this case, right? So you can answer this easily. You got it, Shabbash? All right. Okay. It is clear to you, right? Sufyan. Hi. Are you in class 12th? Sufyan, you are a class 12th or 11th student? Sufyan Hebbal. Where are you from? 12th. Okay. Have you done AOD? Ajit Kumar. Karnataka. Okay, you are from Karnataka. All right. Hi, Ajit. So next, we are going to solve one question. Find all right. I'm good. What about you, Ajit? Are you also cross 12th student? Have you done, guys? All right. So I was teaching nth derivative test, which I've just finished now. What's your general query? What's your general query, Sufyan? Where are you from, Ajit? And in which class are you? 11th, 12th? Should I? Okay, you mean now you should focus on JEE or boards. This is November. Generally, students start preparing. What I know, if you are focused for IIT-JEE, if you are focused for IIT-JEE, then at this point of time you should not stop your studies for JEE. You can stop at around 50. I mean, because you need to write JEE main also. So up to 15th of December. From 15th December to maybe 10 January up to 10 January, you can prepare for your boards for 1 month. You can take a time of 1 month before JEE main for boards. But now it also depends on your preparation. If your preparation for physics, chemistry, and maths is very good for IIT-JEE, so of course it will be good for boards also. It won't take time for you to brush up all the books of 11th NCERT or whatever board you have. What you need to put basically time on your other two subjects. Yeah, Ajit, I did my BTech from IIT Kanpur. That's it. After that, not post graduation, only graduation. I think you must be interested in on that only. Okay, so Sufyan, I was telling you that okay, you should take a time of 1 month because this is November is going on and it's 15. I think you can stretch at least 15 to 20 more days for JEE main. But if you feel very confident, like everything is revised, everything is finished, then you can start your board. But if you haven't completed your revision for JEE main, okay, then you should do that before starting your preparation for boards. Okay. And the other thing is this that you are not what's first you tell me how's your preparation for JEE main? How's your preparation for JEE main? Have you finished all the topics? It's all right. You're targeting April, but you should also write this exam JEE main. Do not skip any. There's no point of skipping any attempt you are having because you have limited number of attempts for JEE main, so you should not skip any. Okay, you have not completed, but even if it's 70%, if I say even if you have completed 70% or 60%, if you have completed, then you should write JEE main sincerely. Sincerely means whatever you have done, you just revise those things properly for JEE main and write it sincerely. You never know that you can score better even with 70% preparation or 60% preparation, but because it all depends on the exam paper and the temperament you are having on that particular day. Even if you have a very good preparation but your temperament on that particular day is not up to mark, or maybe paper is not uh, as per your expectation, it might be tough or it might have some questions which you haven't done, or maybe those kinds of questions are not familiar to you. Then so many other factors matters. That's my main point. Many other factors matter. So you should write all the attempts first of all. You should not think like this that I'll only write that. Okay, so write January also and write with full sincerity. Huh. Because you are not, you don't want to put your 100% in this. So that means you might be focused, you might be thinking that you should focus your boards first. In that case, you can increase your time for boards. I was saying 30 days, you can have 40 days, maybe 45 days. But for next 15 days, if you want to do revision, you can do it. I mean, up to 1st of December, and then you can again do it from 15th of January, because I suppose that JEE main will be in the end. Have you got the JEE main dates? Ajit Kumar, IIT ka placement is very good. There's no doubt about it. That's why students want to join IIT, because of the placement and jobs and career, right? Good career, academics. So so what about boards? How do you feel in boards? Subjects, uh, physics, chemistry, and math. Do you feel that you need a lot of time to cover those topics, board topics? Do you feel confident in board topics? Have you seen the books, NCRT books or your board books? No, sir. Then first of all you should start with one of the subjects. You can start like maths. Okay, in maths I can suggest you on something. Even in maths, which board are you in? CBSE or ISC or which other board? Any other board? Okay, so board books are easy for you. Good. And which is your board? Which board are you in? CBSE, ISC, or CBSE. Okay, then. Very good, very good. If you are in CBSE, then I would say that you can start with NCRT books and also solve exemplar. Okay, that will be good for both. For both means if you are studying maths and solving exemplar, then it's okay. It's okay. You can still decently prepare for main also. I mean, most of the things will be prepared if you're doing NCRT exemplar, solving exemplar and doing NCRT books. And in physics and chemistry also, there are many questions which come directly from NCRT. So for me in exam, doing NCRT books and solving exemplar is a good point. You can do that. You can start that from now. And once you complete these books for physics, chemistry, and maths, and simultaneously do other subjects also, whatever you have, uh, like um, like English or maybe computers, whatever you have. So also prepare for those subjects. Give some time for those two subjects also, like 1 hour each day. Alternate you can keep. So in this way you can start it. And by the end of December, if you are able to finish physics, chemistry, and maths, maybe even 70%, then definitely your main exam will be good as well as boards. You will feel confident, very confident about boards also. And if you have done a decent amount, like 70-80% till December end, then you can put some extra efforts for JEE Main. You can solve some other books also. Maybe you can revise your notes. Okay, because in notes, obviously, you will be having more content than NCRT. Of course, you will be having. Oh, list of books. I'm sorry, I don't know. No, for boards, I because I do not teach that, so I just know NCRT books and exam plus because I suggest those books for students. But apart from that, you want to do some books in boards, then I don't have. You should talk to your school teachers. They will better recommend you. For boards, definitely you should talk to your school teachers, college teachers. Okay, they will better guide you for this board books. All right, Sofyan. They also then why do you want to solve other books? Because NCRT and exam plus are sufficient. That's why I was wondering that why do you want to solve other books? Exemplar is a very good book. I mean, it has a very good problems. Okay, solve all those problems. You won't get time to solve any other book. And there's a rule when you're solving one book, which is dedicatedly, I mean, made for boards and as well as questions are coming in JEE Main. JEE Main is also basically CBSE books boards based. So why should you solve if you are solving if you have completed these books, then you are asking, then that there's a point. Then there's a point because you have completed these books. Even completion of these books will give you a lot of confidence. So rather wasting time on finding books, you should start with these books because as your school teachers are also saying, and I also have knowledge that these books are very good books for boards as well as JEE Main. So you should start with these. Okay, finish them. It will solve all your problems. All right. Now shall I continue? I hope I have answered your questions. All right. So now find the minimum value of find the minimum value of fx is equal to x raised to 4 minus 1 minute. To x cube plus 1. Okay, find the minimum value of this. Try to solve this. It's an easy problem. So fourth degree equation, you need to find the minimum value of this expression. All right, then let me do it. In this case, first differentiate. So f dash x is going to be 4x cube minus 6x square. All right. Now check whether function is increasing or decreasing. So x square you can take common, 2x square. It is going to be 2x minus 3. All right. So you can see f dash x, if you plot the sign of f dash, then there's only 1.3/2 where this f dash is changing its sign, positive to negative. Although it is 0 at 0 also, but 0 is it is not changing its sign. So this point is going to be the point of minima. If you want to further investigate this function, then you can find f double dash also. If you write f double dash, then it is going to be 12x square minus 12x, right? So if you take 12 common, in x common, it is going to be x minus 1. So if you check the sign of f double dash, then it is 0 at 2 points. It is 0 at 0 also. So it is 0 at 2 points, 0 and 1, and it is changing sign about both. So it is changing sign, it is a point of inflection. So now you can plot the graph of this function easily. Let's plot x-axis. This is the x-axis, and if you start plotting the graphs, then okay, it is always decreasing. It will come from plus infinity, and up to 0 it is concave up. So it will be decreasing, and 0 at 0 its value is 1, right? So it will be decreasing, and at x is equal to 0 its value is 1, concave up, and then after 0 also it will be decreasing up to 3/2, but up to 1, at 1 it is 0 basically, right? Yeah. So at 1 it is concave down. From 0 to 1 it is concave down. So it will change its concavity now. Its concavity now. It will become like this, all right, like this. This is 1. And then after 1, it is still decreasing, but now again concave up. So again concave up. So you need to plot this graph, concave up, so this is point of inflection again, and at 3/2, this is point of minima. It will have its least value, and then after that it will be increasing, and it will always be concave up. So graph will look like this. All right, graph will look like this, and minimum least value f minimum is equal to f of 3/2. So you can calculate that, and it's going to be 3/2 raised to 4 minus 2 into 3/2 cube plus 1. So you can take this 3/2 raised to 3 common, and it is going to be 3/2 minus 2, all right, plus 1. So it will become minus 1/2. So it's a negative value. Minus of 3 raised to 3 is 27. And there's 2 raised to 3 and into 2. So it's 16 into 32. It will become 32. Wait a minute. It's 16, sorry. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. So it is 16 only. And plus 1. So finally, this value is going to be 11 minus 11 upon 16. Okay. So this value, least value, is minus 11 upon 16. F minimum is equal to minus 11 upon 16. This is the least value. All right. So you can have a look. All right, we'll continue in our next session. In that I'll tell you the cubic function and how to find the using this monotonicity, maxima, minima, and second derivative, everything having having all this information which we have learned in AOD. We will learn how to solve a cubic, how to find the condition for 3 real roots or 2 real roots. Okay, so we'll solve cubic mainly in our next class. Okay, so thank you very much for watching this. Like and subscribe the channel, and use my code Jeet1 if you're preparing for IIT-JEE.